Hey, this is mark-sumpter, and today is my second video in my quest to my $1 million challenge, and I'm really excited about it. But before I tell you about today, I want to first kind of go back and sort of piggyback on what I talked about yesterday, and that's just to kind of explain the whole purpose of this and what you're going to get out of these videos. And so my intention is to sort of share with you what I did today, and then share with you what I plan on doing or what I have scheduled for the next day. And then to report back to you in the next video on how things went, just give you my insights, and then more importantly, share with you what some things I probably could have done differently in order to make this work. So, with that said, yesterday I failed to tell you what my plans were today. And yesterday, what I ended up doing was I sat down and I went on Craigslist and I posted an ad looking for someone who could do appointment setting for me. Now, my whole intention is to start this business from scratch, just so you know. I mean, literally zero money, one concept to get offline clients and to try and generate income from that. And I was successful in doing so. To the tune of over $1,800 between two clients within 1 week. And so with that, I also have right now total of about around 800. Let's see, it's almost $900 now that I have coming in. Well, around $800 in reoccurring income from those two clients. So I got checks up front for services, and they've agreed to, monthly SEO services every single month to the tune of around $800 a month so far. Now, what I did with that money was, one, I've gone ahead and set up a couple websites, one being this website. And again, if you're looking at these videos early on, it probably looks pretty early, pretty plain. I've hired someone from Odesk who, for $50, is going to give me a pretty decent WordPress theme, that's going to work with, that's going to be this site. So I'm really excited for that. The second thing I did was I went out and I got myself some business cards, okay, using some of those funds. And those business cards are going to be used to honestly give me a little bit of credibility. And something else that I'm looking at doing, I'm actually researching this right now, is to find myself a virtual office. In other words, a place where I can, ultimately, have a business address instead of just, not listing address, for my business. I went and found one of those places as well. You can find them online. Just go on Craigslist. Again, you're looking for a virtual office. They have them all over the country. Okay, so you can literally get them for, I've seen them as cheap as you just get a mailing address where they'll handle your mail for $19 a month, upwards of $99 a month, and you can get, their address. They'll provide you with a phone number. They'll answer your phone. They'll take voicemail. They'll transfer those voicemail messages into a text and then email it to you. You get free copies. I mean, you get, there's all kinds of services, all the way up to if you want an office space, they have it. So that was one of the things I worked on as well. And so getting back to the appointment setter, I posted an ad on Craigslist saying I was looking for an appointment setter to come out, who could make phone calls for me. Because here's my challenge. My challenge is that it's really difficult to be on the phones trying to set appointments with business owners, and yet meet those obligations as well as fulfilling the obligations of the ones that you signed up as clients. And so I found that, at least for me, and I could be a complete moron and be, totally out of line when I say this, but I seem to have better luck in reaching business owners first thing in the morning. Well, it also seems that those business owners want to meet first thing in the morning as well. And so the dilemma is, when I set those appointments, then it means I'm with them and I'm not on the phones. And so what I decided to do was to try and find an appointment setter who could make phone calls for me and set up appointments with business owners. And so I did that yesterday late in the afternoon, and I got 3 responses from that. one of which was instantly discounted because they didn't follow the directions in my job posting. The other two seemed to be pretty legitimate. One I was really excited about because this is something he's already been doing. And the other guy, honestly, I just wasn't comfortable with his voice. He just, I could tell he was an older guy, and I just didn't know how that would work. And so I went ahead and scheduled appointments to talk to both of them this morning. I did talk to the first guy. He didn't answer the phone, left him a message. That was at 10:30 this morning. It's now almost 5:30 in the evening, and he has not responded to my voicemail. However, the other guy, the older gentleman, I met with him, and this guy's a bulldog. He's an expert at setting appointments, and he's looking for something he can do from home. And, we sat down and we talked about, how much he was going to make. And if you're wondering, it's just $10 an hour. And quite honestly, if this guy is able to set up appointments for me, which I really believe that he will, and again, his pay is also based on performance. So the agreement was he has to schedule 2 to 3 appointments for me per day in order to continue working for me, because I'm not going to pay the $10 an hour and get nothing out of it. And so we've agreed to that, and we have that in writing. And so quite honestly, am I a little concerned about having that overhead? Well, the answer is yes, I am. But I'm comfortable in the fact that knowing that this guy is going to actually, produce. That if he doesn't produce, 2 to 3 appointments a day, then, he's put on notice, and he's given another 24 hours to schedule me 2 or 3 more appointments, and he gets to stay. If he doesn't, then we part ways, and I find someone else. So I'm really excited about him. I'm also excited, and in the comfort of knowing that he is going to produce, or he won't be around. And so that is, I guess, the safety mechanism for me that makes this really comfortable for me. And so I set him up, and he now has his leads, and we're ready to go. And he's going to start making calls for me first thing tomorrow morning. And so I'm really excited about that. And so right now, I'm focused on fulfilling some of the requirements for the clients that I currently have. The 2 that I've lined up so far. Literally starting this from zero, and getting their websites done, and then we'll start the SEO portion of things. And then I'm looking at how am I going to get more clients now. And so I sat down today and thought of some other ways that I could drum up business. And so I'm going to create several different marketing funnels to get more customers. And so while the appointment setting is really exciting, I'm going to start doing some mobile website marketing as well. And I also purchased a WSO that is going to show you how to do seminars to get small business owners in seats, teach them some stuff, and hopefully you can get some clients from that as well. And so that's my plan. That's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. I also know that my new appointment setter is going to have questions. I gave him a script that he could use, and so I know as he starts making calls first thing tomorrow morning, I also taught him how to do leads. I know he's going to have questions, so I'll be working with him, I'm sure, to help him perfect his script, to get me in the door to visit with homeowners. And quite frankly, if this guy can, not homeowners, but with small business owners. So if this guy, quite frankly, who has experience, in setting appointments, for security systems for small business owners and their buildings, as well as being able to, to set appointments, for merchant account, services, which is one of the toughest things that you can sell, and quite frankly, probably, the problems that has probably the most amount of fraud in it. If he can do that, he can surely set appointments for me. So I'm going to keep you posted on what he's doing. Quite frankly, I won't rely on one guy. I'll probably submit another post first thing tomorrow morning on Craigslist, again, looking for even more appointment setters. Ideally, I would love for them to be commissioned only, but at this stage, I'm not prepared to do that. I'm going to offer this, and I could quite frankly be making a mistake hiring this guy at $10 an hour. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to try my hand a couple different ways. I'm going to look for another guy or girl at $10 an hour. I'll also, try and set something up for commission only. But I'm just going to need more deals in the pipeline so that they can see some profits faster, so that I can keep them if they're really, really good. So that's my plan. Is to focus on new ways of finding customers. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. Work on, how do I set up, a seminar. Since I've got, some money from those first 2 clients, I can use some of those funds, for some direct mail marketing. And I intend to do that and to see how it works. And I'm going to develop what I hope to be a successful, direct response postcard that I can send out, and let's see, what's going to happen. I'm going to put up a website as well, that will help funnel those people from the offline marketing online, where I can capture their name and email addresses, and make that work. I've been fortunate enough that I also bought a couple of WSOs with some of those funds that have some private label rights stuff in it that I'm going to be using as well. And so it's all exciting, and that's it for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.